My name is Zach. I'm a Gen AI software engineer at Prosper Marketplace. We're a financial services company that connects people with the financial solutions they need. Everything from personal loans to credit cards, HELOC, and so on. The goal of the AI team is to free up time as much as possible by automating very manual and tedious work, and to hopefully cut down on costs at the same time, which involves building a very flexible and modular AI agents platform. One of the bigger problems we tackled recently is the automation of our QA verification process for customer calls, which involves listening to customer calls and verifying all manner of details and content within them. It's overall a very expensive and time-consuming process, so we can only afford to verify a small sample of calls every month. For the verification QA process, involves humans jumping between apps pretty frequently and then trying to correlate data points between them before compiling everything together to make a final judgment call on what constitutes a passing score. When we first attempted to replicate that process using LLMs, we very quickly reached the limitations of our in-house solutions. So debugging became really slow and cumbersome, which meant experimentation slowed down to a halt as well. And the rate of experimentation is really crucial when you're working with any kind of LLM workflow. Meanwhile, as a financial services company, we have very strict data compliance requirements, so many third-party SaaS applications were a no-go for us. We needed something where we have complete ownership and control over everything, from the data to deployment. When we first adopted LangGraph, everything became a lot simpler because mainly for two reasons, which is the checkpoint system and interrupts. So with checkpoints, development became a whole lot easier because we could run our agent fully, see where the agent did well, and then branch off of nodes where we want to make really focused optimizations, one area at a time. So that really sped up development dramatically. Interrupts is absolutely huge for us because you're not always going to be building agents that are 100% automated. You often are going to be building things where you have to have a human in the loop. So with the verification use case, it's often the case that users have to approve very sensitive actions that the agent wants to take. So with the interrupt feedback mechanism, it's not a binary yes or no process. The user can provide their own reasoning and additional context in natural language to help guide the agents. Building collaborative Copilot style agents became really simple and easy. The impact for us has been massive, both for the business and for engineering. From a business point of view, we've cut costs in our verification use case by over 90%. It used to be something that we measured in the tens of dollars per verification, and now we measure it in cents. We went from only reviewing a sample of calls by hand every month to reviewing 100% of calls, just minutes after they happen. From an engineering perspective, adopting LangGraph as the standard allows us to very quickly adapt and reuse agents across many different use cases, which saves tons of engineering time. Overall, it's a very flexible framework, and we're using it for all kinds of applications, whether it's complete automations, agents that require a human in the loop, or for our internal agentic chatbot app, which we call Prosperity. Look, if you're going to build really complex agents, I would say just get started with some of the templates and example applications that the LangChain team have built. You can really quickly get started with those and then get into the weeds on customization as you come up with more complex use cases. And as a great bonus, there's a great open source community behind everything, so you're never alone. We've been really happy with it, and we're going to continue building with it for the foreseeable future.